It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, I love it, man. That puts the spring in my step. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're live with Expresso. Time now for one of the most important conversations as a parent, certainly, but I think for any South African that you will ever have. With the busy summer season now upon us again, parents with their children will be flocking to the water to stay cool. Maybe it's a swimming pool, maybe it's a beach, maybe it's a river. Water safety should be at the very top of any parent's priority list. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. To chat a little bit more about water safety and give you some tips is the owner and swimming instructor of Ocean Reef Swimming Academy, Tamara Billymore. Tamara, welcome.
Morning. Thanks for having me here this morning.
Your work is so important. I know it's fun and fluffy, and we think it's such a cute thing. Certainly as a parent, it's such a beautiful experience to go through with your child. It can take up to 2 seconds. Boom, that's all it takes for a child to lose their life in water.
Yeah.
This is the most important conversation I've probably had all year. When we look at safety at home, because that's where it really does start, before we get to rivers and seas and riptides and all those crazy things, water safety at home, what should we be aware of?
Yeah, things that people often overlook. A simple thing like do not leave your children unattended in the bath. You know, cell phones are a distraction. We don't want to be on our phones or quickly go check on dinner. Covering pools. Often, if you can have a fence, that's even better. Double protection. Water tanks, we've had a drought, so everybody's got water tanks at home. Definitely those need to be covered. Toilets need to be kept closed. Little shells with water in. The list goes on. If there's no open piece of water.
Because I've heard, we heard reported on a story of literally a water bucket.
Yes.
A child drowning, so the water doesn't have to be deep.
No, it doesn't have to be deep. So a toddler can fall into a small amount of water. Once their face is submerged in the water, they're going to breathe in the water. It's going to go straight into their lungs, and it takes 90 seconds for them to be unconscious. That's how quick it happens, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. So now let's move out of the home, and hopefully everyone's just now no open bodies of water anywhere in the house. Now we move away from the house. Public swimming pools and the ocean and rivers, I think generally they come with a bit of, you know, the danger attachment.
Dangers, yeah.
But often at the beach, we'll forget about our kids playing in the water. What do we need to be aware of around pools and beaches?
So we definitely shouldn't forget our kids on the beach. So the beach is going to be crowded. So never leave your children unattended. If they're going to walk to the water, I'm going to the water for a swim, Mom, I'll be back now. Watch them all the time. Again, get off your cell phone, watch them. At pool, and also make them aware of where it's safe to swim. Rip currents, know where the lifeguards are. At home, or a public pool, they should know the depth of the pool, the deep side, the shallow side. Is it cold? And watch. Do not take your eyes off your children.
Completely, that should be the standard. When you hear about children being left at a beach after a busy day, it's unfathomable.
No,
and
definitely
listen,
not.
I've jumped into cold water and literally had my breath taken away and needed to kind of come right there. So you can imagine for a child that's not used to that, can be a big thing. As someone who gets to deal with that beautiful space of parents and children learning to swim at a very young age, what are some of the misconceptions or the mistakes maybe that some parents make that you've come across?
I think the biggest mistake, parents overestimate the ability of their children in the water. A child can be able to swim, but we always say that your child is water competent and not water safe. So once again, we can't reiterate as much as possible. Watch your children at all times, whether you think they can swim, they can't swim, they've got armbands, they need to be watched. You can't leave them.
I think just think about it from your own perspective. I mean, we you know, water is not our natural state. We can all learn to swim, and as really young babies, we know that coming out of the womb, they are comfortable in fluid and can be in that space, but it's so dangerous. Maybe let's take it one step further. If we encounter someone that is drowning, especially a child, what should and can we do?
Okay, so there's twofold here, because if you're at a pool, obviously you want to, your immediate reaction is going to be jump in and save the child, but you need to think about, can you swim?
Okay.
A lot of our viewers possibly can't swim as a parent. So you need to find somebody that can swim. Obviously, get the child out as soon as possible. Never put yourself in danger.
Okay.
At the beach, again, don't just go in and try and rescue somebody that's drowning. You need to find a lifeguard.
I've been caught in a riptide trying to help someone swim, and he
Exactly.
and I sat there for about an hour and a half until we
Yeah,
got
riptides
help.
are a huge problem at the beaches, so you do need to be aware of the riptide. That's one of the things we're going to mention is that the rip currents, you need to know where they are.
And that you can speak to people about all of these things, but I think the most important lesson here, vigilance. Never, ever, ever, ever stop watching your child around any body of water. Make sure that the water in your house is covered, even if it's just something as small as a water bucket or a toilet. Make sure it's covered and never leave your child unattended near water. Well, we're going to take you onto the beautiful side of this journey. I know it's been all doom and gloom, but we're going to introduce you to some gorgeous young swimmers that are taking those first few little
The fun
strokes towards learning how to swim, and of course their parents as well, so stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
How can you not smile when you hear that little giggle? Welcome back. It's Baby Talk right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. As I welcome my team, guys, a very warm welcome. Of course, we've got swimming instructor Mara Billymore here from, who's been chatting to us about water safety, not just in the home, but in general. And then we've got some gorgeous little ones. We've got Caroline Buerto, mom of Kayla, is it Kyla or Kayla? Kyla, who is so keen to get into this water. She is clearly a water baby. And then, of course, Matthew, who's 2 years old, who's not here yet. And then Jamie Lee, mom of Ethan, who is 7 months old. Hey, and some trepidation, but he's ready. He's ready to get in the water. Absolutely love that. So we are going to start with Kyla's going to get into the water first to give us a little bit of a demonstration.
Yeah.
Let that little young'un get in there. She has been so keen to get into the pool. And then Susan is in the water with us. Okay, so walk us through this, if
Okay,
you will,
so this
tomorrow.
is all Kyla. As you can see, she's very keen to get in the pool.
Good girl.
We've taught Kyla to do a safe entry, which if
Now
it was
she's
bigger pool, she'd do.
smiling.
Now she's very happy. She's a real eager beaver. She'll do anything. So we just thought that from a water safety point of view, we wanted to demonstrate what parents could teach their kids at home.
Okay, great.
So Susan's going to put Kyla into a back float. This is important. This is one of the vital safety skills that we would teach the kids right from Ethan's age.
And it does clearly feel a bit weird because my boy, who's 2.5, when we get into this, because I always have him like right by and I'll go, this is a tricky one.
Yeah.
This is a tricky one. It is quite a difficult one.
It is difficult. That's why you'll see with Ethan, he's a lot more relaxed. So it is best to start them at that age. What we would normally do is we start them on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Just to get them relaxed. And then obviously normally your shoulders would be a bit lower in the water, and then as soon as they relax, you just lower them into the water a little bit further.
So obviously, so that they can get used to the idea that you will float,
Exactly.
that you are
Yeah.
buoyant and that you can float.
And it's a very important safety skill to be able to learn to roll yourself over and float.
Good girl.
So it's one of the first things you do. Okay, so we're going to teach Kyla how to do a safe exit. So obviously...
Safe exit
as soon
out of
as-
the pool.
Yep, as soon as a toddler falls into the pool, we want them to know that they've got to turn themselves around, get back to the side as soon as possible, hold on tight, and if they are strong enough or old enough to climb themselves out. Okay.
Okay. I'm getting lots
Okay,
of
so
looks here,
first-
like she's not going to... I'm not going to perform for you, mister.
Don't put me out, don't put me out.
Boink.
Okay, so we would start off on the side of the pool, and then we'd tell them to come in. We'd turn them around as quick as possible, get their
go.
arms out, catching onto the side of the pool, and we say, hold on tight, Kyla.
Hold on.
Hold on tight. Don't let go. Okay, and then from there, we would teach them to climb themselves out.
Okay, and obviously slightly different in a blow-up pool
Yeah.
situation like this. And it's worth noting that even though this pool is shallow, you never leave your child unattended in a pool like this. And you certainly always stay with them if they are swimming in this situation, that the water does not need to be deep to be dangerous.
Exactly. Also, at Kyla's age, we also teach them to rectify, to stand up as quick as they can. Because if she should fall over now, Kyla knows to get herself to stand. So if they get themselves back to the step, they can put their feet down and stand up. So,
Carol, I'm going to throw this to you very quickly. What has the process been like? Why was it so important for you to make sure that Kyla learns how to swim at this age?
Well, I've got 2 children. Matthew's 2.5 and Kyla's 1. Matthew's a little bit more apprehensive because he's older. Kyla has absolutely no fear.
Zero, yeah, you
If
can
there's
see.
a drop of water, she will be in it. So for me, I want my children to enjoy swimming, and I want them to be safe around water. So especially for her, because she has no fear, she will just climb in anywhere.
Anything, yeah, so just make sure.
So-
And how quickly has she developed the skills that she has?
Well, because she loves water, it's you know, she's still little, so things like holding on. The problem with her is that she thinks she can swim. So because she doesn't have any fear, she'll just let go.
And I love the term you said, water competent, not water
Competent, yes,
safe.
very
Just always,
important,
as
yeah.
parents, we need to remember that.
Correct.
So are we going to do anything else with Kyler at this stage, or can we bring little Ethan
No, I think
into
let's
the
get
mix?
Ethan in.
Because he's ready.
Okay, so why we'd love to start them at this age is because they're far more relaxed in the water.
At what age can you start?
Um,
Am I opening a can of
Personally,
worms? Yeah.
we get that question all the time.
Hello,
You
boy.
can start at home with your baby.
Really?
A bath routine. A bath
Bath routine.
routine with water, wetting their faces, that's actually where they start to learn.
I know.
So
But a
water
silly
over their
face, hey?
heads,
Yeah.
and then we start them from 6 months old. There are some schools that take them from a little bit younger, but the bath routine is the most important. You can start at home.
Okay.
With your baby, yeah.
Okay, so what are we going to do with
So
little Ethan?
Ethan,
here?
I wanted you to just see the difference. So why it's important to start them so early, because Ethan will be far more relaxed in his little back float. So again, difficult in this amount of water, but look how more relaxed he is. Hello. Oh, look.
Oh my
Well
goodness,
done,
good boy.
Yay.
I know. I think I must have
Look
a
at
silly
that.
face for something, because children generally...
the more relaxed
stare at
they
my
get,
face, yeah.
eventually Jamie could just
boy.
hold him kind of with one hand, and he's also just started with us.
Man, so cute. Man, I was, of course, just remembering that Jamie doesn't have a mic on because she's sitting in the middle of a pool. You can nod your appreciation. How cute is it being with them in the water? It's just so, so sweet. Just in general, because I think we have an opportunity here to reiterate, it's obviously really important for you as parents to keep connected, stay connected at any age, but you don't let them get in and out without you being present or helping, especially, obviously, at that age.
Yep. Always watch your kids. Never leave them alone. Cell phones are a biggie for us. They're such a distraction. Get off your phone, watch your children. Also, can we just quickly demonstrate how to submerge a baby and toddler correctly? Because a lot of parents at home, you want to get your kids used to the water, but I see a lot of dads, they throw them up and dunk them under the water really quickly. That's possibly the worst thing you can do. So what you want to do is you want to lift them up and put them in at an angle. Just quickly get them used to the water. And also, like I said, with the bath routine, start throwing water over their heads. There we go, under. Well done, Ethan.
Oh, good boy, Ethan. Well done, buddy.
Don't be scared to do it. They've spent 9 months in water. They come out, they can go back into the water.
Oh, man, he took that like a little
Yep,
champion.
he's a little superstar.
Looks like me when I wake up in the morning. Like, whoa, water so early. Hey, little champion. Kyla, you are just a little water
Kyla, you wanna
baby. I
do it.
love how happy
It's
she
so
is.
good,
That's
yeah.
cool.
He loves
Because
it.
water is one of the most enjoyable spaces to be in. And I think for me, as a parent, you want to know that your child is going to get that enjoyment, but
want
that
me
they
to
are
catch it?
completely
And it's a life skill.
safe.
It's a life skill. We all need to learn it.
Do you want me to catch it?
If you could leave with one last tip for parents out there when it comes to water safety over the holiday season.
Just watch your children. Don't leave them alone. Don't leave them unattended. You are in charge of your
Good
child.
girl.
At all times. Don't need anybody else in charge of them, especially not their siblings. Be water safe. Water safe. Watch your children. Watch your children.
Yeah,
That's all you can actually
completely.
say. Don't take your eyes off your children at all times. Yeah. See, look.
And it's there we go. Look at that little cheeky
Well
grin.
done, Kyla.
And she's in it. Oh, you guys have been. You are definitely the right little swimmers to bring
Well
in.
done,
Good
Ethan.
job,
And we always give them a
everyone.
high five.
High fives all round.
High fives.
Boom.
Come on, high five.
She's like, yo, I'm not
Okay.
performing,
Not
I'm just
today,
loving
not
life.
today,
Good
not
job,
today.
little
Well
man.
done.
Ladies, thank you so much, parents. I know there's some dads watching on, very proud as well. Most important thing here, stay vigilant. Always watch your child. Doesn't matter what size, the body of water, make sure that it's always covered. If it's a pool, whether it's a bucket, whether it's a toilet. And, just keep that connection with your child. That's the most important thing. Thank you so much and enjoy it.
It's a
Enjoy
pleasure. It was
time in the
wonderful.
water.
Thanks for having us on.
Really,
Be
really
safe.
awesome.
Be safe.
Oh, man, well done, guys.
What
So
Shall we
cute.
Ethan and Kyla, the cutest ever. It makes me want to go home now and just teach Luca how to swim.
I was about to ask, have you actually like started teaching him how to swim?
Funny thing you asked me this, I just bought a pool last week, actually, because I wanted to do it for his year birthday. I didn't want to have a whole party, so I wanted to actually do for his birthday, do a little setup of a pool, and then get someone to do a course for us. So that will be super cute. But now that they gave us some useful tips, I don't think I need an instructor. I might be able to do it all on my own. But of course, this morning we asked people to tell us about their swimming experiences.
On social media, at what age did you learn how to swim? Did you have a pool noodle, perhaps a polyotta, bendy belt, or armbands? So we asked you to share your experiences on social media, and so many of you guys came through with them. And starting off
with Nomsa Sasam Tati said, when I was 10 years old, and it really helped as I had a polio and my right leg and became stronger using noodle, moving legs as well. Have a great morning, guys. Expresso. And then the next one came from Rita Moodley. She said, I'm learning how to swim now. I use a pool noodle and stay in the shallow end. Not brave enough to tackle the deep end, but roughly enjoying it, thoroughly enjoying it at this old age. That's good.
I relate to Rita, girl. I got you. The next one is Lyndall Francis, who says, I've been a water baby since small, like 2 years old with a polyotta. Safest thing I ever owned.
Absolutely.
And Denise says, I was 52 years old when I learned how to swim, was always petrified of putting my face under the water, but one day I just decided, you know what? To phone a swim school and overcame my fear. One of the best decisions I made. I think this is an absolutely important decision. It's survival.
You're never too old to learn. You just said that you started at a late age as well. It's so funny thing, when growing up, we never had like swimming classes. They would throw you in and be like, listen, you either sink or swim. But now you don't need to, because there's swimming classes and there's so much people that inspire us to swim. And look at her. She came at 52 years old, learn how to swim. But that's amazing.
Absolutely. Right now, though, we're going to take a quick...
break?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Leanne and Tamsi, you guys are at the cafe.